Gather around the fireplace, kids. It's story time. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to Par for the Course. One of the most intriguing parts of the game of golf to me are the rules and etiquette that come along with it. And this can vary from country to country, course to course, or even group to group, and things that are accepted, things that are not accepted, and things that you just can generally get a pass on. And then there's other issues and how you interact with your fellow golfers on the course. Today, I want to focus on playing through. The terms play through and playing through refer to the act of a faster group of golfers on a golf course being invited to or allowed to pass a slower group for the faster group to get ahead of the slower group. Pretty straightforward. So let me just start off with saying I'm 100% an advocate of letting slower groups play through, or if I happen to be in the slower group, which is rare, letting that group behind us play through within reason. The group of guys I play with can range between 8 and 16 golfers. So we may run 2 to 4 foursomes per round. And we generally try to keep a respectable pace of play amongst the groups. Generally keep up with the group in front of you is the story. A few months ago, it was 12 of us out, so we had 3 foursomes going. I ended up falling into that last group. As we finish up on hole number 7, we see a group pull up behind us on the tee box. 3 men and a kid about 8 or 9 years old. No worries, we're still continuing to keep up with the group in front of us. There's really no gaps. As they leave the fairway, we're teeing off, etc. So we pull up to 9, which is a severe dogleg left, par 5. We have some pretty decent drives out there. We're waiting for the group in front of us to clear. From the tee box on number 9, you cannot see what's going on ahead. So all of a sudden we hear a ball trickling down the fairway right behind us. This group is on the forward tees and they've hit right behind us. Shortly thereafter, without hitting another ball, they jump in their carts and proceed down the cart path. Mind you, we're standing right there close to the cart path ourselves. There's no eye contact. We all look back in my group trying to see what's going on. I throw my hands up in the air, trying to get some kind of attention to see if the guys will acknowledge what just happened. We're playing pretty quickly ourselves. So we shortly thereafter finish up the par 5 number 9 and head on over to the number 10 tee box. It's right across a residential street. We can see the guys that just passed us waiting right there on the tee box, looking at the guys that we've been playing behind the entire time. So it's a good time to review this part of the rules. The fast group might also request to play through the slow group. If that happens and you're in the fast group, be certain that there are holes open ahead of the slow group, somewhere for you to play through to, in other words, and that you are polite in making the request. If the request is granted, be quick about playing your shots and move ahead briskly. Playing through can be contentious when groups disagree over whether to make the maneuver. In such cases, groups should talk to the course marshal if one can be found. The guy that I am, I'm kind of confrontational. When I feel I've been wronged, I pull up next to them on the tee box with my cart and ask them what's going on.
I wanted to talk to you on your man in your face.
Absolutely.
You understand me? I knew a few places you was at. I could have pulled up, but I don't think that was gangster. I wanted to come look you in your face like a man.
I haven't let my sailor mouth loose. I just simply asked the guys what was going on. And that's when the attitude commenced. And then I, in turn, tried to provide them some insight into the rules of golf, that we had been waiting behind our group and playing tightly against them. And then they played through us. And now we have to wait on them, and that they were totally in the wrong. And it continued to escalate and get ignorant from there. At this point, 2 of my buddies are holding me back because the guys are really, talking out of the side of their necks and just not logical about what has just happened. Simply trying to explain to them that it didn't make sense, that we now had to wait behind them because we were waiting behind a group the entire time. Again, it goes back to the rules that you need to be aware if a hole is open ahead of you versus pulling right in front of a group without any acknowledgement, without speaking, without asking, or it being offered. If anything, they had the opportunity to jump 2 holes over us and the group in front of us where there was an open hole. That would have been the proper etiquette. No one would have been affected if they were trying to hurry up and finish and didn't mind skipping holes. That was the perfect opportunity for them to do so. But they took the ignorant route, and I was able to oblige and correspondingly get ignorant with them as well. After a few minutes of us having to be separated and the man pleading for me not to act like this in front of his son, and me pleading with him to say he shouldn't have been that way in front of his son and he should be a better example of as a father, things started to cool down. They relented and had fallen back. And this was after the group in front of us that we were playing with fell back after hearing the commotion behind them. All in all, I didn't want things to get like that. I was just out trying to have a nice round on a Sunday and was confronted with some ignorance. And I'm always happy to meet like with like. So, moral of the story, if you're going to play through, acknowledge the people that are in front of you, ask if it's okay, wait for the invitation. Definitely don't hit into them to try to get their attention, because you may not be aware of all the factors that are going on ahead of them. So go out there, be calm, be cool, be collected, acknowledge your fellow golfers, treat everyone with respect, and you will be treated with respect likewise. To know if you thought I handled that incorrectly, or if that's exactly how you would have handled it. I am very interested on your opinions and thoughts on if there was a different way to confront the situation. You know, it started off with me trying to ask what was going on and politely introducing the rules to these young men until I got cussed at, and then it escalated. So again, let me know if you would have handled it different. If you like stories about golf like this or have one yourself, please get down in the comment section, share, comment, like, tell me what other controversial rules you've encountered while playing golf, or ones that are just universal or maybe are unique to your particular region where you play, or an argument that has happened within your group. I really love talking about this aspect of golf. I look forward to seeing the comments. Get down in there, like it, share it. Let's start a conversation.